Dear students, today I am going to discuss the fifth module, Industrial Drives and Application, Synchronous Motor Drive, Drive Circuits for Synchronous Motor. Today we are going to discuss about the drive circuits for synchronous motor. Okay, so now let us discuss the drive circuits. So a drive circuits for stepper motor is usually driven from the low voltage DC source. Okay, so drive circuits for stepper motor is usually driven from the low voltage DC source. Okay, if you want to energize when a phase is energized through the DC source which is connected to the phase through the semiconductor switch. Okay, so here the phase is energized through the semiconductor switch, and here the phase current, this IPH is your phase current. The phase current build up at the rate decided by the phase windings, that is phase winding electrical time constant. Okay, the here the phase current build up, the phase current will build up at the rate decided by the phase winding electrical time constant. When the phase is de-energized, then that is if the switch is turned off, if the switch is turned off means your phase will be de-energized. Now the current, the phase current will be transferred to freewheeling diode. The phase current will be transferred to the freewheeling diode. So now the current drops to 0, again at the rate decided by the time constant of your phase windings. Okay, again it will be decided by the time constant of your phase windings. And now the phase current build-ups at a rate decided by the phase winding electrical time constant. When the phase is de-energized, the switch will be turned off and your freewheeling, through the freewheeling diode your current will be flowing. Okay, the current through the freewheeling diode the current will be flowing. Okay, now when the current drops to 0 again at the rate decided by the time constant of the phase winding, the motor torque, which is the function of your I pace. Okay, your motor torque will be function of your phase current, the phase winding current. Okay, build ups and decays in the same manner. Okay, so the motor current will be that is here the motor current, which is function of your phase current, build ups and decays in the same manner. In order to maximize the torque capability of the stepper motor or step motor, if you want to maximize the torque capability of the stepper motor, drive circuits for stepper motor should be such that the current build-ups and decay as much as possible fast. It should be fastly, we should build up, the current should build up very fast and the current should decay very fast. Okay, so that this is especially important that when high stepping rates are required, this type of graph is very important. Here the steady state should not come. If you go for high power application if you go, then we need this kind of characteristics. The current buildup should be very fast when the switch is closed, and the current decay should be very fast when the switch is open. This is very important. This is about your drive circuits of stepper motor. Now I am going to discuss about the unipolar drive circuits for stepper motor. Okay, we will discuss about the unipolar circuits for stepper motor, drive circuits for stepper motor. Okay, now this is your unipolar driver circuit for your variable reluctance stepper motor. See here, unipolar means the current direction will be in one direction. Okay, the supplying current will be in only one direction. Okay, so it's sufficient. And this unipolar drive circuit is suitable for low power applications, low power two-phase variable reluctance stepper motor. Here you see, when the switch is closed, the coil A will be energized. Okay, the coil A will be energized, and here the maximum power dissipation, that is the power which is drawn from the DC supply, will be maximally dissipated through the external resistance Re, and this resistance Re will be helpful for fast building up of the current, okay, in the phase winding. The fast building up of the current in the phase winding will be completely taken care by this external resistance. When the switch is open, the energy whatever which is stored in the phase A will be completely decay via this freewheeling diode and this RF, okay, via the freewheeling diode and RF. Same thing, when phase B is energized, this resistance Re supports, here this is also Re resistance, this is external resistance. This external resistance reduces the electrical time constant, thereby speed up the current buildup in the phase winding. Okay, so the value of external resistance Re should be chosen to fix the value of electrical time constant. Okay, and the source Vd is chosen to produce the rated current IR in the phase winding. Thus Vd is equal to IR into Re plus Rp. Okay, Vd is nothing but IR is equal to IR into Re plus Rp. And here this Rp, Rp is very important. Okay, Rp is very important. Rp is nothing but your phase winding resistance. Okay, Rp is nothing but your phase winding resistance. And here during the on period, okay, during the on period of your phase winding, here your phase current flows through the external resistance Re. Okay, so this is the efficient unipolar drive circuit for variable reluctance stepper motor. Okay, unipolar drive circuit for variable reluctance stepper motor. You see here, whenever here the switches S1 and S2 will be completely turned on, the switch S1 and S2 will be completely turned on. Okay, up to T0 plus T. Okay, so here and this S2 will be completely turned on. See, this S2 will be completely turned on, and the S1 switch will be simultaneously turned on and off. Whenever the switch is closed, here your this one your current I phase will be start building up in the phase windings. Okay, whenever the switch S1 is closed, what will happen? The current starts slowly building up in the, so very fastly building up in the switch. And what will happen? The path will be, current path will be like this. Okay, whenever the switch is open, okay, whenever the switch is open, what will happen? Your the current which is the energy whatever which is stored in this phase winding will be starts de-energizing. Okay, when the switch is open, this S1 is open means here see, initially at time t is equal to t naught. Okay, at time t is equal to t naught, the switch S1 as well as S2 both will be on. At time t not equal to time t is equal to t naught, the currents starts building up in the phase winding. Okay, and this connects your phase windings to the source, DC source voltage. Okay, and the phase current I phase, this I phase starts building up in the phase winding. When it crosses the rated current, you see, when the phase current crosses the rated current, what will happen? Your switch S1 will be open, and again what will happen? The phase current which is built up in the phase winding is start decrease. Okay, it start decrease. When it decreases below the rated current, the switch S1 will be closed. Again, the switch S1 will be closed. Then again, the current will start building up in the phase winding. So like that, the switch S1 only will on and off in order to maintain the phase current which is in the limited range. Okay, at time t is equal to t naught, both the switches S1 and S2 will be turned off. Okay, during the turn off of your during the switch off of this S1 switch, the phase current will be flowing in this direction, that is S1 D2 and this one, because this switch is completely closed, this is not going to be open. Okay, so at time t is equal to t naught plus t, the switch both S1 and S2 will be switched off. Likewise, the charging and discharge, that is the current building up in the phase winding will be happening. Thank you, students.